This is like my 4th take. This is supposed to be a quick, easy video. It's taking way too many tries to get this done. So anyways, here we go. I wanted to make a quick video to tell you a story. This is a story about the day that I got 3 haircuts in one day. On April 30th, this is what my hair looked like. It looks pretty good, but it needed to be cleaned up a little bit. I didn't want to change it too much. I've been growing it out for a few months, and I liked the length of it, but I just needed it cleaned up on the sides. So I went in for a little trim. By the end of the day, this is what my hair looks like. So what happened from this to this? So I'm not gonna say where I got my hair cut from because they've always done good work for me, but this one time, literally the last time I'm getting my hair cut here, it went wrong. It's not entirely their fault. I will take a brunt of the blame because there was a lot of miscommunication going on. They were using lingo that I didn't fully understand. So I wanted to keep the length on the top, but I wanted the sides cleaned up, and so I always get a fade. But the fade they gave me was just really sudden, and it was like like one of Saturn's rings around my head. It just looked really weird. So I was like, can we take that down a little bit? And so instead of taking the fade down a little bit all the way around, she interpreted that as buzz this side. So how short this is was what it always was after she took it down, and there was just no recovering after that. And so, you know, we finished the haircut, and I didn't like it at first, but I always never like my haircuts when I first get them, and then, you know, like, you go home, you style it, you figure it out, and you know, eventually you get used to it and it gets better. So I go home and I start styling it, and I just realized this is terrible. I made a huge mistake. And so I ended up calling the lady who cut my hair and was like, hey, can I come back in and change this up a little bit? And so I drove back over, and she cut it, and so I was like, you know, the only thing that can save this is just take this down. And so we did, and it helped a bit, but it still was not great. And there was just other things that I started noticing after I'd left, and so I just kept seeing new things. Like, this side still had a fade. It still had a fade. This side was buzzed. And then this side was longer. And we did that on purpose because I always swoop my hair over this way back when I had hair. But now it was just longer, and it made it bulbous, and it not blended. It was just weird. I felt like a pineapple in not a good way. And so I was like, you know, maybe I'll just get used to it. I couldn't get used to it. So I called the people at Walmart because I figured they would take a walk-in or have an opening later that evening. Thankfully they did, and so the lady who cut my hair there talked a lot with me about what we can do, and we looked at pictures, and we got a game plan, and we did it. It was shorter than I'd anticipated. But that's not her fault, because in order to blend this, like, it had to be short. So anyways, it looks like I'm joining the military or something like that. And remember, I went in for a little trim so it was cleaned up for when I preached. This is, I guess, cleaned up, but it's, yeah, I don't like the shape of my head. But, you know, it is what it is. You get used to it. It's fine. It's just hair. It'll grow back. I also feel like it's kind of a rite of passage that you have to have like a bad haircut at least once in your life. Well, I mean, I've had a lot of bad haircuts in my life, but since I've started paying attention, like, I haven't had like a super bad haircut, in my opinion. Other people would probably disagree, but anyways, there were times when I had a bowl cut. That was not a good look. There's not a lot that you can do with a bowl cut. So, anyways, there's that. That's the story of how I went from this to this. and I got 3 haircuts in one day. But I guess it's timely because it's about to be summer and I'm doing a lot of traveling. More on that later. And so I guess this will be easy to manage and stuff. I can wear hats again, and I like wearing hats, so there's that. Anyways, these things happen. It's just life. It's just hair. It's fine. Peace.